Hi everyone. In this video, we'll do two Leetcode questions of difficulty level of going to be an easy. So the first question is count element with maximum frequency, and the question is you are given an array of nums consisting of positive integers and return the total frequencies of elements in nums such that those elements all have the maximum frequency. Means we have to find out the element. We have to return the total number of frequency which has a total number of element which has a maximum frequency in the array. And so the question is and then the frequency of an element in the number of occurrence of that element in the array. Okay, so let's understand with example. So in this example, as you can see, there are six elements. Means the length of the array is going to be six, and in the six, in which one and two are those elements which occur twice in an array. Means the maximum frequency is going to be two. How? One occurs two times in an array, and also two occurs also in the two times in an array. So the element that occurs twice in an array which has the maximum frequency. Okay, in this case, 1 and 2 has the maximum frequency because they occurs twice in the array. So we have to return the element which number of element which has the maximum frequency. So as you can see here, 1 and 1 occurs twice and 2 also occur twice. So 2 plus 2. The first 2 is for 1 and the second 2 is for the 2. So 2 plus 2 means 4. So we have to just multiply the maximum frequency into and the maximum frequency into the element, the number of element that we have count. Okay. So for that reason, what we'll do, the first thing we'll find out the maximum frequency. To find out the maximum frequency, we'll build a hash map. So in this question, what we did, first of all, we made a hash map, integer comma integer data type going to map, and map equal new hash map. So int ch equals to nums. So by map dot put ch map dot get to default ch comma 0 plus 1 means what we are doing here, by applying get to default method in a hash map, we are just counting we are just counting the frequency of the elements of an array. Okay, so in the hash map, what will build? 1 equals to 2, 2 equals to 2, 3 equals to 1, and 4 equals to also 1. So 1 and 2 has the maximum frequency means 2 2. So from this hash map, we are cleared the maximum frequency is going to be 2 in that array. Okay. So now what we do, we'll here assume that the maximum frequency is 0, and now we are find out int x equals to map dot key set for iterating the hash map and max frequency. Now we are updating the maximum frequency. So map dot max equals to map dot get x comma max frequency. So map dot get x means now we are iterating 1 and 2. So 1 has a maximum frequency of 2 and 2 is also maximum frequency of 2. So we are updating the maximum frequency. Okay, so in the maximum frequency, what we'll store 2, and then again there's a element int count which is going to be 0. Okay, so again we are iterating the hash map by taking the variable of y. Int y equals to map dot key set. If map dot get y equals to maximum frequency, now we are finding that those elements which has the maximum frequency means now we are finding the elements which has 2, which has the frequency of 2. So as we in the last iteration, we had updated the maximum frequency which is going to be in 2, and map dot get y means now we are iterating the hash map, and by getting dot get method we will able to access the values of that keys, and then we'll count the element, how many elements has the maximum frequency. Okay, so element count equals to plus plus. So int ns element count means 1 and 2 has a maximum frequency of 2 2. So in the element count, the two elements will store, and the maximum frequency is going to be 2, and then we'll return the answer which is going to be 4. So this is question. Okay, this is solution. So let me run them. Okay, as you can see here, we had passes all the test cases, and now okay, we had submitted. Okay, and if we talk about the time complexity, space complexity, so as you can see, we here in this question we had not used any kind of nesting looping or and any kind of nesting, looping, and other things. So for that reason, the time complexity and space complexity is going to be linear for this question. Okay. So as I told, we'll discuss the two question in this video. So let's move on the second question. So the this question is a question of a contest. Okay. So as you can see, modified the matrix. Okay. So given zero index m into an integer matrix. So what is zero index? Zero index means the matrix starting from the zeroth index. Okay. M into an integer matrix and create a new zero index matrix called answer and make answer equal to matrix and then replace each element with the -1 value and with the maximum element in the respective column and return the matrix. Okay, let's understand what they are saying. They are saying, first of all, we have to find out in each column of maximum. Okay, and once we get the maximum, then we have to replace the maximum element of the same column with the -1 in the same column. Okay, so here as we can see 1, 4 or 7, here is maximum 7, but there is no -1, so we can't replace it. Okay, but in the second column there is -1 and there is the maximum element is 8, so we replace the -1 with from 8, and again in the same thing in the third column also there is -1 and there is existence of -1 and the maximum element in that column is going to be 9, so we'll replace -1 from 9. Okay, so we have to do this. For this doing this, what we'll do, means is a 2D matrix, so we have to use the nesting looping, as you all know. So first, the first thing that we'll do, we'll just find out the row and column of the matrix. So for finding the row and column of the matrix, int m, which is going to be in row, matrix dot length, and int n equals to matrix 0 dot length, means this is the length of a column. Okay. So here, as in the example, this is 3 by 3 matrix. And now, as I told, we are using the nesting looping. The int I equals to j equals to 0, go up to the column. We are iterating, we are iterating in the row, but in this case, we are iterating the column because we have to for the first thing that we'll find out the maximum. And then if we get the -1 in that column, then we'll replace it from the maximum. Okay. So I equals 0 and j equals 0 and j go up to the nth length, and there is a j plus plus. Int max equals to -1. We are assuming that the max is going to be -1. For int I equals to 0 and I is going to be m, and then I plus plus. If matrix of I comma j means the j will not change. For the first time, the j will not change. The j is going to be 0 and the I will change. So 0 means targeting the first index of the first index means let's suppose this. Okay, the first index of the first element, and now mat dot max in max dot matrix I comma j means in the matrix we are updating 1 with a, so in the max we will store 1 because max which is going to -1 and matrix I or j which is 1, so we'll store 1 here, and then the loop will again start, then store 4, and then we'll loop will again start, will do 7. But in this column we didn't find out any -1. And int I equals to 0 equals j, and I going to be m and I plus plus, or if matrix of I dot j, I comma j equals to -1. So we didn't get any kind of -1, so the condition will not run. Okay, so the loop, so the loop will again start, in which the j becomes 1, and the j becomes 1 and the maximum again -1 and I becomes 1. Okay, so 1 comma 1, now now they are targeting for 1 comma 1 means first index first index of 0th element. Okay, so as you can see, we are targeting this, and then we'll go up to we are targeting this. So as you can see here, for the sake of column, we are targeting this. Now we are targeting the second element. Okay, means means 0 zeroth of the I is going to be, j is going to be 0, the I is going to be 2. Okay, so now we are targeting that 2. We are iterating column 2, -1 and 8. So here we'll update the max with 8, and as you all know, we'll get here a -1. We will matrix I comma j means 2 comma 2 will get -1. So matrix of I comma j will update through 8, 8 which is going to be max value. Okay, so matrix I comma j is going to be will update from max, and then uh, uh, and the loop will again start in this in the in for the third iteration, in which again there is a -1, and we will replace the -1 with 9 with the maximum element of that column. So yeah, and then I will simply return the matrix. Okay, so yeah, so yeah, we had passes all the test cases, and our question is also accepted. So so I'll wrap up this video here, and we'll meet in the next video with the next question. Thank you.